Bashers. Hey, everybody. It is Thursday, April 10th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How's everybody doing? Slow going so far. Who's in the room? I'll wait a minute before I say hello to everybody. I'll get out my magic mirror. I'm enjoying a coffee. I'm not in a Joe LaFaro glass right now because I need to wash it. It's sitting on my desk from yesterday. I've been very, very lazy. I'm actually not drinking my Drooby Doo coffee today because Paul brought home some Kimbo and I wanted a punch in the face. Anybody who knows me knows that I like my coffee very, very strong. And it is delicious. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Bashers. How are y'all? Let's see who got in there at number one. Well, shock of the century. It's Dave Fahrenheit 451. Oh, my God, Dave, you're unstoppable. Incredible. He has the all-time record by a long shot. Incredible. So, and I posted the thumbnail very late today. I didn't do it last night because I'm trying to give everybody an even playing field. But he says, Dirk, please make someone's day better. So we'll figure out who to give that to in just a second. And he said he's paying it forward, as he always does, and that's pretty great. Thank you so much, Dave Fahrenheit 451. You're the bestest. Mr. Kevin Landon's upvoted today at number 2. No work, so I will bash live with Dirk and all the bashers. Who will let the evil humans into the cat wedding? Oh, my God, who let the evil humans? So, well, there's, that's part of the ongoing story. And if you can figure out exactly what's going on in that particular thing, there is a person in that thing that is deceptively not a cat, and that's where the story begins. Panel power. Dave Fahrenheit 451, congratulations. Best wishes to Dirk and all the Basher guests. Indeed. Panel power wants to know if Jeff Bezos is a new trans cat. Are there any trans cats? Have there ever been a trans cat? Who knows? Oh, but we don't think like that on this show. But anyway, Melly C, the beautiful Melly C is here. Happy Friday Eve, Dirk, and all the Bashers. Happy Friday Eve to you as well. Melly C says, "Well done, Dave." It's pretty shocking how he's able to do that at almost every single show. It's quite the monopoly of late. Proust Stuttgart is in the room. Cheers to you, Proust Stuttgart. Great to see you, and of course Andrew Wolkowicz. Well done, Dave Fahrenheit 451. You're an amazing inspiration. He is, isn't he? Working till 5:30. Give Dirk a like and a subscribe. Absolutely, if you can. Let me get you the Big Bang Boom. And I forgot, I've got to go. I got something in the mail. I forgot it's in the kitchen. Give me a second. I'm going to give you the Big Bang Boom. I'll be right back. Not doing a disappearing act. I had to go get the box. Get into my chair. Anyway, put my headphones back on. And no, I didn't get a haircut. I just matted the crap out of it. So anyway, I got a gift today. Thank you, Andrew. You're the best, as always. Thank you so much. I got a gift in the mail today, a surprise gift. And look what this is. But you can't tell because it's blue, but we are happy to serve you. This is a gift from Daniel Gutierrez. And I haven't opened it yet, but I know what's inside. It's just to show you the way the Bashers think. Last week, we were talking about when you go to a diner in New York City, or you always used to get these Grecian cups, and they were blue, and they always said, we're happy to serve you, and they're very, very, very nice. But you don't see them anymore. It's kind of a product of yesteryear, but apparently it's become quite a thing. And this is quite a lot of... Look at this. I mean, it's going to be, because I use a blue screen, it's going to look funny. But look at this. It's an actual, it's a copy of the styrofoam cup. Should I just switch this to blue screen? I should. Hold on a second. It's going to make everything look crazy, but I'm going to say I have a green screen. Ready? Boom. There you go. See, it's a blue cup, and it says, "We are happy to serve you." And it's an actual cup. It's not like the... like a mug. It looks like the actual styrofoam cups from yesteryear. But isn't that funny? Thank you so much. I'll wash this up, and I will enjoy a cup of coffee. Daniel Gutierrez, you're the sweetest thing in the whole wide world. Thank you so much for sending that. What a sweet gift. I got that today. I went down to go check my mail, and it was sitting there on my steps. And I was like, what is this thing? I didn't know I was getting anything. Anyway, thank you so much. Very sweet of you. I pulled the beard off Santa. I do that. You guys all know that this is a green screen. I just had it's a blue screen. I used to have a green screen, but blue is a lot more malleable than a green screen because there's too green in too many things. Because green is yellow and blue is just blue. So combinations of yellow and green and blue wouldn't show up. So anyway, thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. Oh my God, I've got sunburn in Scotland. Oh, I wish we had it. It's so cold and miserable here. Today I had to run a bunch of errands. I had to go to the post office to go write a check to DL. And then I had to go to the bank. I had to run so many errands, and it's not so close. It's about 10, 15 blocks away. So it was a lot of walking. It was windy and chilly and absolutely freezing in New York. And I just don't know when spring is about to sprung because it's just it's taking too damn long. And it's depressing because it's so dreary. And now it just started to rain. And I think I told you guys about 2 weeks ago, well, a week or so ago, I always grow basil outside on my deck. And this year I decided because I was in Trader Joe's and they had all these starter plants and they were cheap, like $1.99, $2.99. So I bought a bunch of those and some seeds. So I'm going to do one side of the deck in, like little saplings. And then I'm going to do one side that I do from scratch. And may the best basil win. Hello, everyone, and Dirk. Dave is going down into numero uno history as the GOAT. He's there already. You're up there with Federer. Now, nobody's up there with Federer. I don't care who wins more Grand Slams. I don't care. I know that Novak Djokovic is the all-time leader as far as the numbers go, but no one is the GOAT like Roger Federer because he's grace on display, the most beautiful tennis player in the history of the game. Sure, there's lots of greats, and I was an Agassi guy before I was a Federer guy, but Federer has certainly become my all-time favorite, only because not only was he such a beautiful player, but what a gracious and beautiful human being, and what a big watch guy he is. I've even seen him wear a Milgauss from time to time, but of course, what is he wearing now? Land Dweller, of course. Julian, doorways can represent thresholds into new thoughts, new ways of seeing, new ways of comprehending our world. Interesting. And you shoot a lot of doorways. There are a lot of doorways, and that's a beautiful thing. I agree. I look at doorways that way too. He whose face gives no light shall never become a star. Wow, how interesting is that? We just saw the promos for the new SNL coming up this week, and it was John Hamm is hosting. He has not hosted in probably 15 years because his star kind of just faded. He's a great looking guy, and certainly a star. But he was such a big part of that show, and he's been back so many times, but he has not hosted. I guess because he has a new show called Our Friends and Neighbors or My Friends and Neighbors. Maybe that's the reason why they give him the shot, because he's so good at it and he does so many cameos. But we were talking about what makes a star this afternoon. Like, is it just basically based on your looks, be they extremely beautiful or handsome, or is it that you have that certain je ne sais quoi? I think it's true for both scenarios, because some people just make it because they're incredibly beautiful and maybe not such a good actor or a talented musician or whatever it takes. But some people just have that extra quirkiness, and it shines through, or their personality. Like, I don't particularly think Tom Hardy is a very good looking guy. I know that a lot of people think that. I'm watching his new show with Pierce Brosnan. Now, that's a very handsome fella. And he looks even better now as an older gentleman. He's very stately looking, just very elegant. He's morphing into this extremely attractive older man. And it's not the best show so far. It's called Mobland. It's a little kind of by numbers, and it's Guy Ritchie directed it, but Guy Ritchie didn't write it, and you could really feel that, because I think Guy Ritchie's writing is terrific, and there's not a whole lot of great writing on it. We'll see how it turns out. You've got Helen Mirren playing another Irish woman, doing her extremely Cork kind of accent that she's got. And whatever, I used to love her as an actress. I'm not that big a fan of hers anymore. A fool sees not the same tree that a wise man sees. Listen, I went on Facebook today, and I don't very often go on there because I don't like the politics on there. And the first thing I was confronted with was somebody talking about a particular orange person who is, what a great man they are. What a great man. Now, regardless of your political side of the aisle. I mean, there's not a measuring stick. There is not a possibility that anyone can think of that person as a great man. It's not what a great man is. Maybe who knows what'll happen in the future with the country and all that stuff. Listen, that deed is done. That seed is sown. But a great man, I have a different opinion of what a great man is. And I just think that just sounds very culty to me. Because I mean, somebody's been force feeding, like, what's his charitable history? What's his CV, his resume on kindness, and respect? I don't know of it. Anyway, when a sinister person means to be your enemy, they always start by trying to become your friend. Ay vey. Well, they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and I think that's Mario Puzo, the Godfather. That's probably true. Frenemies, that became a thing in the 90s. Remember frenemies? I hate that. Look, I've had friends that I'm not friends with, very good friends that I'm not friends with anymore. But for the most part, my friends who have been my friends stay my friends. I don't really have any evil friends that I know of because, the definition of evil, people are people. People have things. I'm sure I have them too that people have to put up with. And then you try to be a better person. You try to walk the walk and talk the talk if you can. But sinister, that's a different thing. Sinister people do nefarious things. And that's what's happening in today's thumbnail. Clues are out there for you people. Pride is a personal commitment. It is an attitude which separates excellence from mediocrity. It is. And one of the 7 deadly sins as well. Pride. Isn't that funny? When you're too prideful. Because when you're too prideful, it's a flaw. Because sometimes when you have too big a pride, it's impossible for you to admit your faults, your failings. And as with friendships, I've got people in my life that you just go, oh boy. But when you love somebody. Renaissance. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? I'm very torn about that. I've never had a pet bird. My friend John had parrots, and they were beautiful, and he loved them, and he treated them well, but they are in a cage. I mean, it's to put anything in a cage seems cruel to me. No living creature should be locked in a cage. Now, of course, Asheen feels that way about house cats and dogs and apartments in the city, and I don't agree with that entirely because cats love their domain. When a cat has a great house and they have lots of great things, we're all cat people, so we really know how that works. He grew up with a lot of cats, but none of them were his. They were all just animals that they met on the street that came to their house for comfort and food and shelter and things like that, but they let them on their merry way. And also to live in they're not from a rural part of Ireland. They're from Dublin, but not in the city center. But when you live in a city center, there's too many cars and too many ways for an animal to get hurt. And, I'm a very overprotective parent. Thank God I never had children because it would have been bad. But I think I agree with that to some extent. But only if you lived on a farm or you lived in a field, away from traffic and things that can, because natural predators are one thing, but cars are nobody. Cars are the predator of everyone. They can wipe out anybody, a person, a dog, anything. So it's terrible. Clean windows are a bird's worst friend. The worst thing in the world. We used to, when I worked at El Rio Grande, we had these 30-foot panes of glass, and a lot of them didn't make it, but birds would just slam right into it because they don't see it. There's a lot of things out there that can get us. Mart's here with Bronson. Upvote and subscribe, everybody. Please do so. It's right down there, right down here. I always do that. Right down here. If you can, if you like the show, if you like nice people. Dean's here live on the show. Dave Fahrenheit 451 is now taking the 1, 2, and 3 spot. Is that even possible? Well, yes, it is. And, I posted it this morning around, I guess, like around 2 p.m. European time, Greenwich Mean Time. So I usually do it in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So he's just always on it. Maybe he just has a better system for alerts. But he's fast, man. Hitesh C, congratulations, Dave Fahrenheit 451. We'll watch the replay. Upvoted. Great to see you in the room, Hitesh. And Fergal's here. Hey, Dirk, and all the bashers. Hey, buddy, how are you? And Ray says, Jesus, where did it go? Did it just pop up? It just moved on me. Holy crap, did that move? Jesus, Dave Fahrenheit 451. And just hold back, man. No, he doesn't want to. Why should he? Don't cage that bird, Ray. Agent Baldy and his fellow Mr. Andersons. Well, okay. Agent Baldy is the key to that right there, because you've seen him before, but have you? Ray says, thumbed on my phone and my laptop. Haha, that counts as 2. Yeah, it does. It sure does. And Glen Parker is the place to be. Happy Friday Eve to one and all, and well done to Dave Fahrenheit 451, who must now have Dirk's complete anthology by now. Well, it's a never-ending anthology, because when they get too many, when they get them all, I have to make new ones. That's how, when I make new ones, if I've got one in the can that you've never heard, then I'll send it to you. And I check them. I have to go through the emails to make sure, because I can't remember everybody, but I try to. But and Dave keeps passing it along, so that's how. If Dave said I want it, I've got a couple in the can right now, so I should be okay. My dearest Mimi's here. Mimi RW stopping by, number 14. Hey fam, it's been a while. Have a good bash. Yeah, we were supposed to have a follow-up phone call yesterday, but the shit hit the fan yesterday, as you know, with my appointments. So I wound up all over the place. Mimi will have that call and we'll catch up. She's one of my oldest friends in the whole wide world. Love her. Hey, Meme, I love that you guys are friends. It's so super cute. And you should be. You guys would be the best of friends. And Mimi's a super cat lady. Super duper cat lady. Okay, turn Timmy off. What was it? Well, you guys are browsing through. I could do that too, right? Hold on. I could do that too. Hold on. Let's see. Let's just see. Could do that too. Ready? I could do the listen, there's a million watch shows out there, right? Timmy, of course, you love him because he's Timmy. That's fine. But I could do that. I could go, well, let's see. Well, let's look at the new ones. Oh, wow. I could do that. But I don't know. I think it's more fun to be interactive. If I had a panel show, I could do it. Listen, Timmy is the master of the gonzo. Is he not? He's the master of the gonzo. I love to watch his show when he's on the prowl, when he's going around. The guy knows how to make stuff happen. But like, he's in Paris, right? He's still in Paris. Isn't that great? How fun. Thank you, dearest Ray. And Dave Fitzsimons is here. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Basharisti, great to see you in the room. How are you? What's Nosferatu doing in the congregation? Well, that's the key to the whole thing there, buddy. You got to take a look. You got to take a look and see what's going on in that. It's a wedding, right? But whose wedding is it? We're learning as we go. It's Andy M. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. Let me go get that right now. Why is that not at the top of my page? It always was. I'm being very slow today. Only good things. Thank you, Andy M. That's what we're going to strive to do. Only good things, because you're in the room and you always practice what you preach. Kevin Landon says his favorite is Jimmy Connors. So you like a little bit of a meltdown, a little bit of a bust up. Now, when I was a kid, who were the big tennis players? Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, Bjorn Borg, Yvonne Goolagong, Chrissy Everett, Martina Navratilova, of course, Billie Jean King. Those are the people. And before that, it was it Rigg? What was his name? Andy Rigg? What was his name? The guy that did him and Billie Jean King did a Battle of the Sexes. And I think they made a movie out of it with Steve Carell. But yeah, growing up, I wound up again. Then the Sampras Agassi era became the big thing. I'm a huge tennis fan. And I got to say, not so much. I guess after a while, I get bored with things and I haven't moved on. I'm a huge Mets fan and I'm a huge tennis fan. But ever since Rogers left the game, I find myself not as interested as I used to be, because there was something special about his elegance and his style of play. Even if he lost, he just made it look so effortless. And then towards the end, injury creeps in and that's not easy to see. I mean, when I was an Agassi fan, the thrill of my life was that he had basically, he was off the radar. Andre was off the radar, and he re-entered at number 143 in the world, and he wound up finishing number one and winning a couple more Grand Slams, including the U.S. Open, which I was there for. And it was pretty incredible to watch a hero of yours get everything stripped away. He had, he'd taken the wig off because Andre Agassi was revealed. He wore a wig, and he shaved his head. He got divorced from Brooke Shields. And then he had nothing left but tennis. And he had said, I hate tennis. My father made me do it. I never loved this game. And then he found a way to love the game. And then he found a way to come back. And he basically retired at the top, which is great. And his nemesis, of course, was Pete Sampras, who I always found to be the most boring tennis player in the world. Great player, amazing player, but so boring to watch, like wet paint. He was never exciting to watch, ever. And then the Federer era began, and with Federer, then you got Nadal, and then much later on, you got Novak Djokovic. And I liked Djokovic when he started out, but then he started turning into an absolute weirdo and causing a lot of problems. That stuff he did down in Australia was just incomprehensible. And, he's a bit of a braggart. But when he started, I thought he was charming and funny. I think he's one of those guys that got too famous too fast, and his ego got away from him. And that can happen, it's not a big deal. Robin's Bird is in the room. Hello, Robins. Great to see you. How are you? Hello. Oh, hello, darling. Great to see you. And grazie mille. Franco Fiore is in the room. Please upvote if you can. It's right down there, right down here, right down here. And it's only good things, as he always says. Let's see who else is happening in the room. Let's call everybody out. I'm so old. Everybody was a Borg guy in the 70s, though. I mean, it's not Bill Tilden old, you were a Borg guy. Bjorn Borg was everything. And there were so many great players around that time. Michael Choi came around, and then you had, who else did you have that was really, really great back then? So many amazing people. Patrick Rafter from Australia. He was always, I was never worried about Sampras with Agassi. I was always worried about Patrick Rafter. And then I was worried about early in Federer's career. Patrick Rafter was incredible. And who was that other amazing Australian male tennis player? And don't say Leighton Hewitt, because no one likes him. He just had a bug up his ass, that guy. Tennis has got a lot of weird, quirky things. Like I remember the first time I ever saw the Williams sisters, and I knew Serena was the one. I knew it. Even though Venus did all the winning in the beginning, you could just see that Serena had something that nobody else had. You could just see it. And Steffi Graf was my favorite female tennis player of all time at that point. I just loved everything about her. She was very much like Roger, even though she's married to Andre now. And he was madly in love with her his whole life, but he was like, why would she ever go for a guy like me? And she didn't like him in the beginning, which I think is very, very sweet that he found a way to woo the woman that he loved. And, but tennis was exciting. It was much more fun. And now it's just kind of become very corporate, and everybody wins the same thing. And I don't even know who the ladies are anymore. I don't even know who the top ladies are. It used to be so much more fun. Remember when Jennifer Capriati was an incredible tennis player, and she was like a rock star. She had a lot of problems. She used to smoke pot and, miss a match because she was out drinking with her friends out on Long Island. I just don't feel like we have the same personalities anymore. It's the same with music. I feel the same way. It's all about charisma. Michael Hutchence was the total package. Yeah. And I met him. And let me tell you something. Wow week is out. He's not a tall guy. He was like my height. But man, that guy had this like golden aura around him. And we were in the same, I've told this story a million times, so I'm not going to mention it again. But, I was at an excess party with Mimi Reichenbach. Mimi's here. She knows, she was there. And we were there with Andy Warhol, and all this weird stuff went down. But Michael Hutchence had an aura around him, kind of like I would imagine that Jim Morrison had around him. That level of rock godness, and I wasn't even a big fan of that band's music then. Mimi was. She knew everything about them. And after I met him, and he was so lovely, I went and I explored his catalog, and I found that I really, really liked it. I think it was Listen. I don't remember what the party was for. It was either Listen Like Thieves or it was Kick. I'm thinking it was probably Kick. But so you're in a room with Andy Warhol, and he just seemed like a weirdo to me. Well, he didn't seem like a weirdo. He was a weirdo. But that's one of me and Mimi's favorite stories because he pulled a conniption because Kelly McGillis, who was not really yet a star, was not allowed entry into it. It was so odd. Such a weird thing. She's a star. Why is security not letting Kelly McGillis in? I didn't even know who she was. And it's like, oh, it's the girl from the Top Gun movie. I was like, oh, okay. Orca, dorsal fins in the wild, only flopped over if sick. All orca in compounds, worldwide floppy dorsal fins. Only flop. Oh, is that true? So, you're saying that all the orca that orcai, what is the plural of that? That you see in captivity, they're ill. Could be depression, though, Ray Ray. Couldn't it be? Could certainly be that. Handsome Joe is in the room. Better late than never. It's great. You're not late. It's the beginning. We're just starting the preliminary chit chats, Joey, and that's fine. And Steve Mac 3. Thank you so much for divulging all that information for our very own Julian, because you great artists like to think alike, and he was so impressed by the beauty of what you do. I'm sure, you guys are both Leica guys. You're both digital guys. I don't know about the Lightroom thing. I don't know. I don't know what Julian uses for post. I don't know. And I don't think I've ever asked, nor do I know whether or not he wants to divulge, but whatever he does do with the color and stuff, we've been enjoying now for the better part of the Bashers since it began. And I'm grateful for everybody that put stuff into the room, and that is certainly possible for any one of you. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. Just send me your shots, the sublime, the obscure, and then I will have them for our show. And that's what we do here on iBashers. We share it all around, because what's better than that? We all want to know how you tick. That's why the Meet the Bashers thing will probably develop into its own show, because the majority of people wrote me and they really enjoyed the format, but some people said that it took up too much of the regular Bashers hour. So I'm like, I think what I'm going to do with that is, because I had a very good time doing it, and the show did pretty well for me. So I'm thinking I will, the next one I'll record and then I'll post it as a standalone video. So it won't be interactive. It'll just be like a little interview show, just a little spin-off of the iBashers, which is, hey man, only the beginning, and that's cool. Kieran P is here. Kieran, great to see you. Good evening, folks. Rory killing it at Augusta. Let's go. Is he? Do you guys root for him? Well, where are you from? You're from the Republic of Ireland, right? Are you from Northern Ireland? I always wonder, because he's Northern Irish. How does that work? I mean, I know how it worked when I was a kid. Spending so much time so close to the border and having never been to Northern Ireland in my life. And I would love to go up there and see Belfast and Derry and all that stuff, the Giant's Causeway. I've never been up there. And, it's probably a 25-minute drive from Enniscrone just to cross the border. It would have been easy, but we just couldn't because it was early days and there was a lot of, troubles with an S, big time. So, but is that true? Like nowadays, is everybody I just recently found out that Phil Lynott was not born in Ireland. I knew that he's born in England because his Irish mother had to leave because, she probably was going to do something else and she didn't, because that's why you would go to England. I know that I believe the Edge and Adam Clayton are not Irish born folks. Doesn't really matter. I mean, they're Irish people. But does it make a difference, like if you're an Irish person and they like, do you go yay for the guy that's from Belfast? I don't know. Just an honest question. Mimi just popping back in again, catching up. Dirk, it was Listen Like Thieves. Oh, was it? Wow. So we're talking about 1.5 million years ago there, memes. Holy macaroni. It was Listen Like Thieves. Wow. That's a while ago. Andy M. Enrique's wife was also quick. She was very good at doubles. She was not a good singles player. She never got anywhere in the singles game, but she was highly decorated. She won a lot of slams as a doubles player. She was a terrific Anna Kournikova, a terrific doubles player. And I don't think I don't think they're married. I don't think he ever married her. They have kids together, but I do not believe that they ever got married as far as I know. Michael was my teenage crush. Of course he was your teen. He was so many people's teenage crushes. He's a beautiful guy. Can I tell you though, up close, and not that this matters because, it doesn't, but he had a very pockmarked complexion up close, but it didn't matter. It was part of his character. But I was shocked. Like Whitney Houston also had a lot of, as beautiful as Whitney Houston was. She had a very pockmarked face too. She had some acne scarring and things like that. Michael did too. And, but like I said, there was this kind of glow around him. And I'm sure Mimi will concur. That guy you look up rock star in the dictionary and that is the guy you see. When I think of rock stars, and I don't mean rock stars, I think of Mick and Jim Morrison, Michael Hutchence. Who else would you say? Bowie, rock star. Like there's lots of rock stars, but how many rock stars are there that exude, that have that star, that Marilyn Monroe thing? There's star quality and then there's star quality. Like Tom Cruise. Does he have that star quality? Apparently he does. I like his movies because they're fun and they don't make you think too much, except for The Day After Tomorrow, which is an incredible movie. But how many Elizabeth Taylors, Marilyn Monroes, James Deans, these are the icons of which Michael Hutchence fell into that pantheon with Mick Jagger. Like even the Beatles, McCartney and Lennon and Starr and Harrison, they'll always be forever packaged as the four of them together. But when you think about rock star, who else comes to mind when you think about who's the big rock star? I think Mick, I think Jim Morrison, Bowie. And I mean that next level, that superstar level, that Bach and Beethoven level. Like, listen, there's Liszt and Chopin and Debussy and all these different people, but they're not Bach and they're not Beethoven and they're not Mozart. Those are like the three rock stars, the three main ones. There's Handel, but who are the three main guys? Forget about Albinoni and all that stuff. It's all great. All of it's great. But who are the serious rock stars? And who do we have now? Who? Harry Styles? Is he done? Is that Harry Styles thing done now? Is that run its course, like the Britney thing ran its course, and NSYNC and the Robbie thing? They've all run its course because everybody's run out of gas and they're all too old because it's such a youth-driven market now. But I don't know who's who like that girl Mikey Madison who won the Oscar for Honora. I think Demi should have got it. I didn't like that movie. I thought it was gross, but I thought she was great in it, and she's a star. I think she should have got it. I thought Mikey Madison was a very cute independent. She should have won the Independent Spirit Award. Giving an Oscar to that performance is crazy to me and a stretch. And it just goes to show you that the system is broken. Giving Emmy awards to people who don't sing and use auto-tune and all that stuff. Yeah, that's great. Lee Simpson, Anna's singles ranking. Yeah, but that was for a blip on the radar, though. It was a blip. She just couldn't sustain it. She never won a slam or anything like that. I'm not saying she was a bad singles player by no stretch of the imagination. Certainly better than the average bear. It was pretty good, yeah. But she just, she was a monster doubles player. Incredible. I mean, one of the best there ever was. And then she got together with Swiss Miss. Everybody hated Martina Hingis because she was not nice, and I saw her be extremely mean to people. We were walking along in the USTA at Arthur Ashe Stadium. It was before it was Arthur Ashe, and these cute girls, they were like Swedish or something. They're little blonde girls. They're like, Martina, Martina, we love you, Martina, Martina. And they wanted like an autograph. And she was done with practice and just standing there talking to people. And she walked over to them and she goes, I have to practice. And she walked away. She was mean to little girls. She was not a very nice person, but she was the number one tennis player for quite a long time during that Kornikova era, and nobody could touch her because she was like a mathematician on the court. She could throw those overhead lobs. She could do those slices like Federer, mathematical precision, super precision killing. And then the Williams sisters came, and then it was game over because not only did those girls have those things, but they also had power that nobody had ever seen before. Before them, it was a completely different game where there was serve and volley and all those kinds of great things. And am I frozen? And that's a problem. It just got to the point where the women's game, and it's the best 2 out of 3. It's not the best 3 out of 5. And how many guys that they would have beat with the talent on those women reinvented the game of tennis, and everybody had to catch up. And Martina Hingis, then what happened to her was she tested positive for cocaine on a test. Now, there's no way that girl was doing cocaine. She was a little goody two shoes. She didn't drink or smoke. She didn't do anything. But there's that thing about testing positive for certain drugs, like heroin, I believe, is poppy seeds, and cocaine is something else. But she was banned from the sport for a year, and she contested it, and she finally got back in, but it was never the same. The game was changed. She missed it. Maybe she could have done it, and it's pretty crazy. Pockmarked skin matters not. No one looks at the mantelpiece when they're stroking the fire. I agree 100%. Yeah, I mean, I was just, we just think of these gods and demigods, we just think of them as being perfect, but up close, I was like, wow, but he still glowed and he was beautiful. I mean, he was an absolutely beautiful guy. There's no doubt about that. Ken Furby says that Wimbledon have dropped the line judges for the electronics this year. It's going to be weird, but it'll speed things up. I don't want them to speed things up. That's the problem. I don't, the Hawkeye, it was cool when it came out, and then it slowed things down because you'd have to wait for that. Because then, as long as if you call foul and you're wrong, then you lose. You lose how many opportunities you have to use that thing. But they're getting rid of the line judges. Huh? I don't know. I mean, that's the end of an industry. Like the internet and electronics are slowly but surely killing off people's careers. These people have, we're not going to see anybody do this anymore. We're not going to see that anymore. They might as well get rid of the ball boys and ball girls because, they'll find a way to just have like a vacuum suck them off the court. It just seems, that's a shame that Wimbledon, I would have thought Wimbledon would have been the last to get rid of that. I really hate that. Julian says, I use ACDSEE 15, has total paintbrush control and all the usual contrast and light levels, etc. I've been using it for over 20 years. Absolutely loathe. I know he's very opinionated. Don't try to convince Julian into liking something that he's never used, because he'll be like, I loathe that. That's okay. I loathe Photoshop. I mean, it's like Pro Tools. If you made me use Pro Tools, Julian, for music creation, I'd be like, I loathe Pro Tools. And I've tried it and I don't like it because I'm a Logic guy and I like what I like. That's the beautiful thing about art. People who use different mediums and they use what works for them. It could be the Windows thing too. He was asking for help on his computer, and I don't do Windows anymore. It's too dirty. Windows machines are just they have too many vulnerabilities, and there's too many variables for problems with them. So like I told Julian, I had to switch to Mac because the software that I use for music creation became Mac only, and I was furious because Apple, that weird cult, that I didn't want to be a part of. Of course, now I've come full circle, and now I'm at the point where I'm so angry at Apple for so many of the things they do because I don't like their leader, who has become a prosumer moron and makes us do things and makes computers, and like the computer I'm on right now is 11 years old. I've rebuilt it and made sure it's tippity top, but there's going to come a point now, whenever I buy, will never last as long as this one, because this was from the Steve Jobs era, when it was a golden company, when everything that they made was for artists, because artists don't use PCs. I mean, I know, I'm not trying to say you should or you shouldn't, but artists have never used PCs. They've always used Mac because it's more stuff for artists in it. But if you're both left side and right side brain, then they'll both work for you, because one's for more like, the compute for like banks and government agencies and spreadsheets, and the other one is for doodling and humming into it. It's always been that way, but it's slowly changing. They're all kind of merging into the same kind of thing. Like I've said a million times, I think my next phone, it might not be an iPhone. I might switch to. I had, before iPhones, I had a Nokia, I had an Ericsson, I had lots of different things. It's all changing as we go, For many years, all the women hated Anna Kournikova because she was the highest paid due to her spot. Sure, well, look at her. And if you're going to look at her on the Kardashev scale compared to like some of them now, some of them are absolutely crazy beautiful. She was just so ultra feminine, and she had that big long blonde braid. People were jealous of her, and her endorsements were, she had Revlon, and she had every cosmetic company, and she was doing Canon ads, and she was making way more money than than Martina Hingis. Martina Hingis looked like a very sour orange or a grapefruit. She looked incredibly, she was always frowning and nothing wonderful about her. She always had that puss on. It was so annoying. And that's just, and she got her comeuppance. And their names were Serena and Venus. And she deserved it. She totally deserved it. Look at Tom Brady. Like, that guy was caught cheating, right? And this is American football, people. I know you don't care. But Tom Brady, this thing they had called Inflategate, because he's the captain of their team, and they deflated the ball. And apparently that makes it more malleable and you can grab the ball better. I don't know. I don't know anything about American football, nor do I care about it. I've tried to watch it. It just looks like rugby for pussies to me. You got this almost an identical sport, but these guys are all wearing armor. I'd much rather watch, a bunch of rugby players do it, because those guys are beasts. Those guys are in the sickest shape ever, Ray says, "Oh, those days are long gone, Dirk. The Good Friday Agreement and all that." Oh, that's great. So it's great. So it's nice to know that, and I wish Americans would do that too. Like, because we're all Americans. I wish people would stop saying, Trumpers and libtards. I wish people would stop it with that crap. We're all Americans. We should be in it together and not separate. And it's great that the Irish don't differentiate between somebody who's from the north and from the south. You're all considered Irish, and that's a beautiful thing, because it should be that way. But when I was a kid, it was like England out of Ireland big time. And they used to call Derry Londonderry and all that stuff, and that used to really bother the Irish people a whole lot. And it makes a lot of sense, but that's what they're doing here now. That's what they're doing now. Anna Kournikova is the girl next door. She was the pretty girl next door. She was. And she is. She's probably looking great. I don't even know what she looks like now. She probably looks amazing. Let's go look up Anna Kournikova. It's been ages since I looked at her. And she's still with him. Emmett's old boss. Anna Kournikova. Let's see. News. She looks good. Enrique and Anna Kournikova step out with their kids after health scare. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. Let's all look at this together. Wow, we could do like a gossip corner. How fun would that be? This guy has not changed. Emmett has not worked for him in a decade. But like I was backstage at their shows a couple of times. He let me come backstage at the Garden, and I saw her once. She was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Enrique, known for giving his all on stage. Sorry to laugh, but I know too much. When it comes to his personal life, he's much more private. The Spanish singer and his partner, former tennis star Anna Kournikova, are usually very reserved about their family life. The couple shares 3 kids who are their world: Nicholas, Lucy, and Mary. That's nice. The kids are gorgeous too. Well, I mean, them as parents, God. Recent photo of Anna in a wheelchair raised some concerns, but neither she nor Enrique offered any. However, recent outing with their children has confirmed the good news. Oh boy. Was she in a wheelchair? Well, she might have had surgery. She was an athlete, a elite athlete. And he's crazy, crazy rich. This guy, because our dear friend Emmett, played lead guitar for him for the better part of a decade. This guy plays stadiums all over the world. I mean, he is more popular than his father was. As legendary as his father was, and as great as his father was, this guy has more success, more money, more records sold, etc., etc., etc. It's crazy. Well, maybe not more records sold. Anna was photographed, oh God, in 2025. A orthopedic boot. Okay. She had to have something done. It's nothing serious, just a minor sprain on her foot. Okay, that's great. She looks great, though. Still an absolutely gorgeous lady. For sure, I know, right? Oh, shit, really? Breaking news, New York helicopter crash, multiple deaths after helicopter. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Hold on, let's go to New York 1. New York 1. New York 1 is our local. Oh, shit. Sick, man. Fuck helicopters, man. I'm never getting in one of those things. Never been in one. Never, ever, ever want to get in one. Oh, my God. 6 people have died in a helicopter in the Hudson River on the west side, huh? 3:15 p.m. Is that all they got on this? Can I click on this thing? Yeah. Oh, no. 6 people have died in a helicopter crash in the Hudson River in New York City, an Associated Press source says. It happened just after 3:15 p.m. Thursday, according to fire officials. An official told the Associated Press that 6 people were aboard and all were dead. According to the fire department of New York City, the incident occurred in the water near West Houston Street and West Street. Oh my God, that's right by Sheen's old apartment, like a block away, near the Holland Tunnel at Pier 40. Videos posted on social media showed the aircraft mostly submerged upside down and in the water. Multiple rescue boats were seen on video circling the aircraft. The skies were overcast. It's been horrible here today, but visibility over the river was not substantially impaired. Oh, no. Oh, God bless them all. Mayor Eric Adams, he's a piece of shit, that guy. He was pardoned. Kathy Hochul, she's great too. Another witch. Yeah, they're showing up. Ambulance chases. Oh, God. Meme. News. Wondering if this is happening anywhere else in the world. All along the Cali coast, hundreds of sea lions, dolphins, birds washing up dead. What is going on my iBashers on this Thursday, April 10th? Oh, my God. They say the cause is a neurotoxin, domoic acid, produced by an algae bloom. Rescue orgs have overwhelmingly in crisis. This happening anywhere else in the world? I'm wondering. I don't know. I think it has to do with some of the debris washing down from the fires. And it's very possible. That is very, I mean, listen, catastrophic fire like they experienced in January, it has to have some kind of ramifications when it comes to ecology. If it's not the air, it's the water. It has to, because of the amount of toxins that were emitted by those fires. Those were not just fires, they were blazes, and it was crazy, you know. A friend was almost killed by an aggressive sea lion surfing less. Aggressive sea lion? I didn't know there was such a thing. Wow. Oh, man, that's terrible to hear. Anyway, Gallery of Bastards, my friends. Let's cheer it up a little bit with some of your beautiful stuff, because that's the way to do this show. Let's hit it. If I could find it. There it is.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Starting it out with Mr. McLeod of the Clan McLeod, it's Steve. Look at this interesting situation. Fish heads roll. Is that fish on a table? Is that fish on a table of ice in black and white? Crazy, Steve. Oh, wow. I don't know how you frame like that. Can you tell me how that's done? Because I just don't get it. I don't know how that gets done. Hey, Daniel Gutierrez. Thank you so much. I unboxed your cup from today. Are you late to the show? I unboxed it. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so very much. I love it. It's a ceramic diner cup. Daniel Gutierrez, you're a great basher. Let me give you a big bang boom for that. You deserve it. Now that I know that you're here. Big bang boom. I'm going to give you a big bang boom. I'm going to give you this guy. Thanks, buddy boy. Steve McLeod, how the hell do you do that? How do you get that framing? Julian, can you pipe in? How does one get something that wide? Is that 70 millimeter? What is that? Is it the lens, the foot? How do you do that? I'm amazed by that. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful shot, man. Incredible. Oh, we're doing a little bit of food photography and a little salad here with some cherry tomatoes. And what is that? Some ricotta and some basilico with one of those blistered grapes. Oh, interesting. Oh, beautiful sky. Oh, man. That is beautiful. I have a friend who's from Carol, who's from Montana. And I've never been. And she's told me how great the Big Sky country is over there. Amazing. Oh, this is cool. A cool old house. Beautiful. Amazing. That table's pretty cool. Oh, that's it. Thank you, Steve. Amazing. Beautiful stuff. Thank you. Mimi says it's causing the sea lions to become crazy and aggressive. Neurotoxin. Drugs. Drugs make people crazy, and that neurotoxins are a drug. And we are on a art expedition today, because right after that is the Gallery of Sir Julian. What does he have in store for us today? See, this is what he does. So now, this is all in the lens, as we all know now. So this was in the lens, obviously looking through a reflection in the mirror, incredibly captured, like an apparition. Incredible. Great color, too. Graffiti. Is there a lot of graffiti? I never see graffiti in London. I guess there is some. Oh, that's good. Oy vey. Oy vey. That's what it looks like. Lots of different textures and colors there. All the muted stuff. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. You took a picture of this once before, this bullseye. I don't know where it is, but it's obviously a reflection in glass, which is extremely cool. Great colors. Oh, yeah. Beautiful shot, Julian. How do you get down there? Is there a staircase down there where you can actually access that? Oh, that's pretty. Blowing in the wind. Is this the Versace store? Versace. Not Versace. Versace. Or Versace if you watch Showgirls. Nice dress. Where'd you get it? It's Versace. It's funny stuff. Beautiful stuff. Oh, man, that's creepy and amazing. Wow, what is that? What is that a statue of? What is he holding? That is ominous. I love this one, Julian. That's beautiful. Tells a story, doesn't it? It really tells a story. Beautiful. Amazing. Beautiful. All in the camera. Oh, yeah, there we see that. It almost looks like Patrick Stewart. Engage. It's very classy. Beautiful. That one, that's the one for me, Julian, today. I love that. Oh, man. Beautiful. Incredible. The Gallery of Julian, everybody. Thank you so much, dear one. Beautiful stuff. As always. Dean McKenzie, weather still glorious. Go to hell. The second we're done with the show, I'm gonna have to pull my basil because I put them outside because there was a couple hours of sun, then there was a little bit of rain, but it's too cold. My basil is gonna turn black. Absolutely glorious. Look at those. You are a master, sir. All hail, because that is beautiful. Wow. The flowers just make you feel better, don't they? They just do. Oh, isn't that pretty? And I love an English garden because I love the unkemptness of it. It looks wild, yet it isn't. It's totally thought out, but in such a way that it looks. We stayed many years ago. God, more years ago than I'd like to think. We stayed at a place in Limerick called Glynn Castle, and we rented the place out for my entire family. And there was an English garden there in Ireland. But the gardener was a British guy, and he planted a traditional English garden. And there was lavender everywhere, and it was so beautiful. It was behind a gate. It was so wonderful. Those are so pretty. This looks like a regular neighborhood, where regular folk live. Very cool. Oh, what are you doing there? What's going on there? It's almost like a vineyard going on. What are they growing over there? Those are beautiful. What are those? Peonies? Tulips? Beautiful stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys are so far north of us, yet you've had so much better weather than we have. Our weather's been disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. Oh, look at that. What are those things? Those are crazy looking. Those look prehistoric, if you ask me. It looks like some kind of leftover from. Did you hear about that? Mimi, this is Dean. Dean is a master gardener in England. And he does all this work himself for clients. This is the place to show off your talents and your cat, your Mimi. You got to start sending me some pictures of everybody at basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. A great shot of your garden or your cats or any of the stuff that you want to send, Hannah, whomever. It's all good. Send it on basherdirk@gmail.com. That's what we do. Yeah, it does great work. I don't know if those are snapdragons, Andy. I have no idea, but they're very cool. Very, very cool. Is that it? Oh yeah. Beautiful stuff. I mean, oh, look at the top of this though. Do you see this? Look above. Wow. Usually it looks like Lord Grantham's estate, so this at least looks like where regular folks are. That guy's got a hole in his roof. Beautiful. Look at those. Those are gorgeous. I love yellow flowers. Yellow is a color that I don't wear because I can't wear it because I'm too pale a person to pull it off. You have to have beautiful olive skin or a great tan, or you just have to have darker complexion to look great. But I love yellow flowers. Ray says the boss. All right. What's the boss's name there, Ray? Look at that. I love this guy. Who was this guy? He's got his ear clipped over there, right? So somebody chipped him look at that, with your Seiko, looking great. I'm wearing Seiko today. Wearing my Seiko Field. It's great minds think alike, my friend. Wearing my field watch, my Seiko Field watch, which I love. What a cute kitty cat, Ray. And Martin Brown. Dirk, I bought 2 bottles of wine for the weekend. I hope it's good quality. And Bronson chilling out. Part 1 of my roofing job's done as well. Before and after pictures shown. Hey, fantastic. Let's bring those on in, buddy. Let's see what's on offer for you today. Hold on. There it goes. Yes, these will work out very, very nicely. Valpolicella Ripasso, very nice. Classico Superiore, and of course a Barolo. You can never go wrong with Barolo. Look at that. With your, oh man, look at that thing. Oof. That dial is to die for. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, that's DOCG, baby. You can't go wrong with that. That's top quality, baby. You see DOCG, and that is amazing. That's the highest level you can get of a product. There's, DCG, and then there's DOCG, and DOCG is the best of the best. Hey, there's our favorite. There's Bronson. Hey, buddy. How's your girlfriend doing? Look how cute he is. He's such a big boy. Oh, this is his roofing job. I love this. Is his new gaff that he got about a year, less than a year ago. He did a whole new roof on it. We get to see it before and after. Wow, look at this. Pretty color. Oh, that looks great. Beautiful stuff, man. Congratulations. And I know you and Bronson are going to have the best life there, and you deserve it, buddy. You totally deserve it. Thanks so much. Then we've got Melly C, Eminem Madness, Malk and Mindy Madness. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. When I put that piece of seed cake back from his mouth. It's our beautiful girl. Hi, honey pie. She's looking very pensive and forlorn today. Why so? Why so, Mind? You looking for a box? Oh, she's posing. She looks tired, though. Time for a nap. It's time for a nap for our girl. Super beauty. Super beauty. Oh, look at this. I could almost make like a little mini movie out of it. Oh, look at her sacked out. Now it's in the corner. I get it now. Oh, to be a cat. Wow. She is sacked out asleep. Look at how cute that is. Do you ever sneak up on them when they're sound asleep and they go, whoo? Because they're so comfortable. They know you're not going to eat them. They know there's no predators around. Oh, look at her. She's an angel. And look at her under the sun, how much red and brown is in her black and white. It's incredible. Oh, and there's the boy tolerating everyone and just being a sweetheart. Oh, what a shot, you guys. Oh, that's an amazing shot. Oh, he's so beautiful. Give him a big kiss on his nose for me. He doesn't know me from Adam, but I love him. Oh, look at you. You're so cute. I love that he's a little bit chubby now after all he went through. Because after, Laverne got skinny, I could never get the weight back on her, and I wanted it back. And she was a chubby lady for a long time. And I tried everything, but she was allergic to chicken. Oh, yes, you're a beautiful boy. We love you. Thank you so much, Malk and Mindy Madness. Madness, Malk and Mindy Madness. Thank you so much, honey pie. Beautiful stuff. Becky Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Let's hit it. Kyoto Rolex. She's in Kyoto. We saw some shopping the other day, which is very, very cool. And look at this. We get to see some Rolex. Look at that Look at this window display. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. I got to say, Rolex really upping up their game with their window treatments. What do we got there? We got a bluesy, two-tone. Got the Wimbledon. Got some cufflinks. Explorer 2. Beautiful, Becky. Oh, look at this. We got some diamonds, yo. That would look good on the Duchess of York. Well, there you go. Day date with diamonds. Whew. Platinum, I'm assuming. Jesus. Those are cool. You know, I gotta say, those are pretty cool. 855,800 yen. What is that in dollars? Anybody know? I mean, that's gotta be, I don't know. What does it cost for Rolex? I mean, I don't know. Would I wear those? You bet your ass I would. I love the coronet. I think it's super cool. He's amazing. Amazing. Becky Brown. We got some more Rolex. What do we got? There's the Wimbledon. There's another date just. Diamond fluted bezels. Two tones both, huh? Two tones both on Jubilees. Sure. Well, why not? This one's 2,426,000. There you go. There's the price difference. I'd wear those as earrings. I'd like to see you wear those as earrings for sure. Yeah, that Wimbledon. It's amazing. Remember how hot the Wimbledon was for a while? And now it is just not hot at all. It's easily obtained. But it's 6,985,000 yen. Wow. And there you go. That's 2 million. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. That's less money than the Wimbledon. Oh, wow. Well, sure. Bling, bling, blingy boo. I like that dial color, though. Yeah, it's like that almost purple color. It's beautiful. The incomparable Becky Brown in Japan. Thank you, darling, for sending these pictures on and letting us get a taste of what the Japanese market is getting. That's pretty beautiful. And finally, today is her 36th birthday. Emmett O'Malley. Let me guess. Is it his Gibson Howard Roberts Fusion? And that is a very unique guitar. It is very unique. Not very many people have them or know of them. Basically, it is a Gibson semi-hollow body electric instrument. And that beautiful Art Deco tailpiece on the bottom are these individual spines or tines that grab the string and suspend them. So the strings are not going through the body or on a bridge. That goes over that bridge, but there's no tailpiece. I mean, that in itself is the tailpiece. But instead of the strings going all the way to the back there, each finger is actually a fine tuner, and it has a tuner on it where you can tune them. It's a beautiful instrument, absolutely gorgeous. You guys know I have one too. His is much older than mine. I believe it. Oh, so it's his. Mine was built in 95, and his was built in the 80s. I think his is how many years ago is that? What did he say it is? 40. How old is it? Today is her 36th birthday. Her 36th birthday. What is 36 years ago? So it's okay. Oh wow. Oh, 89. So it was built in 89. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. And his is, of course, this beautiful kind of tobacco sunburst. Mine's black. Beautiful instrument. And that's how I got to know him. And he's a Les Paul guy now. He loves to wear Les Pauls around his neck, and that's his dream instrument. But even the big guy and I agree, when he plays that instrument, that's when all the planets align. That's when he doesn't realize it, but we do, because he's a guitar player, he's a tone chaser. But when he plays that instrument, that's when The, you know, when the moon is in the seventh house. That shit happens. It's a certain thing between a guitar and a player. And you can mess around with all those whores as long as you want, but you can always go home to the wife, and that's the wife. And that's just how it works. But beautiful. That is the Gallery of Bashtards, my friend, and happy birthday to your Howard Roberts fusion. You deserve it. She deserves it.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime views of words. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Vasilios P is late to the show. He came at the very tail end, but it's great to see you in the room. We love you. Hey, Vasilios. Andy M says it's a little over $5,922 for cufflinks. Jesus. Wow. That's insane. Wow. Cracking Grand Seiko and Guard Cat. I love that cat. Who is that cat, by the way? Hey, Dirk, my 28 millimeter lens is pretty wide. Then, if possible, I crop to wide format and post. Not all pics look better, but landscapes come out great. Yeah, but you got to get that in the lens. And, that's not, it's all in the eye, my friend. It's all in the eye. Mimi says, I'll send some of my California native garden, thinking of getting my master garden certificate. You should. Now that you're semi-retired, you should. Use Dino as a catalyst because, it's inspiring when you get to see beautiful art that is planted and alive. And I know how much you love all those kinds of things. She's always been a big fan of gardens and flowers and all that stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous stuff. Andy M says, classy work, Julian, for sure. Excellent pics from Steve Mac 3. Beautiful stuff. Everybody's loving it. Amazing photography to you, Steve Mac, as well. Incredible stuff. Wasn't that the price of the watch? No, that was the price of the cufflinks, wasn't it? Let me go pull it up. Let me go find the cufflinks. Well, of course I can't do it right now. The cufflinks were that's Mark and Mindy Madness. Let's see. That window display is beautiful. 855,800 yen. So that's the Rolex Coronet cufflinks. That's what costs that kind of money. That's a lot of money for cufflinks, I think. And they're gold. Okay. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'll blow them up. I'll blow them up, guys. I didn't blow them up. We ended the Gallery of Bashtards, but that's okay. I'll blow this up. They look cool blown up. I mean, it's a great logo. Everybody loves that logo. But it's a lot of dough for cufflinks. I personally am not a big fan of a French cuff. And if I do wear a French cuff, I do not do it the little Lord Fauntleroy the way. I do not fold it over and pinch it, and put the thing through it. What I do is I fold the underside over the underside. And now, because the French cuffs look great to me, but once they're all flared out, it just looks like, you're Ace Frehley. So I'm not a fan of that look. I don't like. It's something very pretentious about them, and I never liked them. I don't like a lot of things that creep their way into sartorial splendor. That's just me. I will take the sleeve. I will take the sleeve and I will fold it under. I'll fold it under. And then throw the cufflink through it. You can still see the cufflink, but you no longer have that big wing sticking out that protrudes and knocks over glasses and just makes you look like, you're in the mafia and stuff like that. But anyway, guys and girls, that's the show. Thank you so much for Throwback Thursdays. I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The big guy will be joining us, so it'll be Friday Madness. Grab a drink, grab a friend, grab a guy, grab a girl, rock your way around the world. It's going to be Friday night iBashers Classic, as always. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Thank you so much to all of the Patreons who helped keep the lights on. Let me just get them all up there. Thank you so much. Thank you to our beautiful Andrew Wolkovich for the super chat today. I love you, man. Thank you so much. You're the best in the business. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you meet somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. They could be the greatest person, the love of your life. You'll never know until you give them that chance. It's either that or they're just a